Okay, so your mom keeps asking you to water her houseplants. And you're like, sure, fine, whatever. So you water them. And honestly, it's kind of nice. It's quiet, peaceful, just you and the plants. Then your neighbor, Mrs. Bloom, and yes, that's actually her name, asks if you can water her plants while she's on vacation. She offers you $10, and you're standing there thinking, wait, people will pay me to do this? So you make flyers, hand-drawn. Kate's Plant Patrol. You're biking around the neighborhood with a watering can in your backpack like some kind of plant superhero. 3 clients, then 5, then you've got a whole route. But then you're watering someone's pothos and you notice these little shoots coming off the stem. And you think, wait, can I just take one of these and grow my own? So you go full YouTube rabbit hole. Learn about propagation, cuttings, rooting in water. Your windowsill becomes a plant nursery. You decorate little pots, add name tags. Sunny the succulent, Fern-ando, Spike. You take them to the farmer's market and you sell out every single weekend. But then a dentist walks up to your stand and says, do you do office plants? And you're like, I do now. So you decorate her waiting room and she asks, can you come water them? And instead of just saying yes, you pitch her a maintenance plan. $20 a week, recurring, revenue. Now you've got law offices, yoga studios, real estate agencies, you're invoicing clients, managing routes. You rebranded to Kittle's Green Touch, and you're 10 years old running a scalable service business with recurring monthly income. That's my guest today, Kate Kittle, the Plant Patrol Queen, and she's about to teach you the golden formula. Find a chore people hate doing, offer to do it for them, and watch the money grow. This is Tallie Talks. I'm Tallie Pennyworth, and you're about to learn how to turn watering cans into cash flows. Let's go.
She's got a mind, she's got a spark, lighting up dreams from dawn to dark. Tallie talks, yeah, she's the voice, asking the questions, making the choice. Young hustlers rising, stories to tell, big ideas where passions dwell. Pull up a chair, grab your seat, let's talk the hustle, let's feel the beat. Tallie talks, yeah, Tallie talks, turning whispers into walks, dreaming big, take the shot. This is the place where dreams get called. Tallie talks, oh, Tallie talks, Tallie talks. Ooh, yeah.
What's up? What's up, moneymakers? My beautiful entrepreneurs. Welcome back to Tallie Talks. I'm your host, Tallie Pennyworth, and you are listening to the only podcast where kids are literally out here building empires, while the rest of us are still figuring out long division. Today's episode? Oh, it's a good one. We're talking about a girl who turned her mom's houseplants into a full-blown business empire. I'm talking office clients, recurring revenue, hand-decorated pots with names on them. She's 10 years old, and she's already figured out something most adults never learn. Please welcome to the show, Kate Kittle.
Hey, Tallie, thanks for having me.
Kate. Okay, so before we get into the business stuff, I gotta know, did you actually name a succulent Sunny and tell people it likes compliments?
Yes, I did. And you know what? People loved it. They'd come back and be like, Sunny's doing great. It made them care more about the plant.
That's genius. You basically gamified plant care. All right, let's rewind. Take me back to the beginning. How does a kid go from watering her mom's plants to running a whole plant maintenance business?
Okay, so it started super simple. My mom had all these houseplants, right? And she was always like, Kate, can you water these? I keep forgetting. So I just did it. And honestly, I loved it. It was peaceful, quiet, just me and the plants.
I feel that. Like, plants don't talk back. They just vibe.
Exactly. So then our neighbor, Mrs. Bloom, and yes, that's actually her name.
Of course it is.
She was going on vacation and asked if I could water her plants while she was gone. She offered me $10, and I was like, wait, people will pay me to do this?
Hold up. That's the moment. That's the light bulb. You just discovered what I call the chore gold mine. Keep going.
So I made flyers, hand drew them. Kate's Plant Patrol. I'll water your plants while you're away. I put them in mailboxes around the neighborhood.
Old school. I love it. Did it work?
I got 3 clients that first week, then 5. Then I had a whole route. I was biking around the neighborhood with my watering can and my backpack like some kind of plant superhero.
You were the plant patrol. That's actually fire. And this is the lesson, people. Kate didn't invent watering plants. She just noticed that people hate doing it and would gladly pay someone else to handle it. Write that down. Okay, so you're watering plants, making some cash. But then something happens, right? You level up.
Yeah, so one day I'm watering this lady's pothos plant, and I notice these little shoots coming off the stem. And I'm like, wait, can I just take one of these and grow my own?
Did you Google it?
Oh, 100%. I went full YouTube rabbit hole. Learned about propagation, clippings, rooting in water. It was like plant science, but fun.
You basically hacked plant reproduction.
Kinda. So I started taking cuttings, with permission, obviously, and growing my own plants. My windowsill turned into a plant nursery. I had like 30 baby succulents just chilling there.
So what did you do with them? All right, moneymakers, quick break. But don't go anywhere because we're about to get into the good stuff. Real quick, if you're loving this episode, do me a favor. Take 2 seconds and share it with a friend who's always talking about making money. Send them the link, post it on your story, whatever. Because the more kids who hear this, the more kids who start building. And if you haven't already, hit that follow button so you don't miss next week's episode. Trust me, the guest we've got coming up is insane. Also, we want to hear your story. If you've started a business or you're thinking about it or you've got questions, DM us on Instagram at Tallie Talks Podcast. Who knows? Maybe you'll be my next guest. All right, enough from me. Let's get back to the episode. So what did you do with them?
I decorated little pots, added name tags, took them to the farmer's market, sold them for $3 to $5 each.
Wait. You named them?
Every single one. Sunny the succulent. Fern-ando. Spike.
You were out here selling plants with personalities. That's branding, Kate. You gave people a story. They weren't just buying a plant. They were adopting a little green friend.
Exactly, and people loved it. I'd sell out every weekend.
Okay, this is where I need everyone listening to understand something. Kate didn't just sell plants. She sold an experience. That's marketing. That's why people remember her. If you're just selling a thing, you're going to get lost in the noise. But if you're selling Spike the Succulent, who's a little prickly but means well, that's a whole vibe. All right, so you're crushing it at the farmer's market, but then you get a call that changes everything. Tell me about the dentist office.
Okay, so this dentist, Dr. Ramirez, she came up to my stand and was like, "Do you do office plants?" And I'm like, "I do now."
Fake it till you make it. I respect it.
So she wanted me to come decorate her waiting room, make it feel calmer, more welcoming. I brought in my best plants, arranged them all nice, added some hanging ones by the window.
And then what?
And then she asked, "Can you come water them?" And I'm like, "For sure. But if I'm coming regularly, let's make it official."
Yo, that's the move right there. Keep going.
So I pitched her a maintenance plan. I'd come twice a week, water everything, check for problems, swap out plants if needed, $20 a week. She said yes on the spot.
Kate. Do you realize what you just did? You went from one-time project to recurring revenue. That's the holy grail of business. That's what every entrepreneur dreams about. Getting paid every month without having to resell the same person over and over.
Yeah. And then other businesses started asking. A law office, a yoga studio, a real estate agency. I rebranded to Kittle's Green Touch and started offering setup and maintenance.
That's a scalable service business. You're not trading time for money anymore. You're building a client base. This is incredible. So now you've got multiple clients. How do you keep track of everything?
My brother helped me make a simple website. Nothing fancy, just my services, prices, and a contact form. I also started using a spreadsheet to track which clients I visit on which days, what they owe me, and when I need to send invoices.
You're invoicing at 10 years old. I can't even get my dad to invoice his clients on time. What's your secret?
I treat it like a real business. If I want people to take me seriously, I have to take myself seriously.
Preach. Okay, so you're managing routes, you're invoicing, you're keeping plants alive in like 6 different offices. What's been the hardest part?
Time management for sure. I still have school, homework, soccer, so I had to batch my plant visits, Tuesdays and Thursdays after school, Saturdays for farmer's market prep. I also had to learn to say no to clients that were too far or too demanding.
That's huge. A lot of people, even adults, don't know how to say no. They just take every client and burn out. But you're setting boundaries, protecting your time. That's boss energy. All right, future talk. Where's this going? What's the dream?
Okay, so I've been thinking about this a lot. I either want to open a plant boutique, like half shop, half workshop space where I teach people how to care for plants and start their own little businesses.
Love that.
Or I want to make an online course called Grow Your Own Green Business. Teach other kids how to propagate plants, price their services, get clients, all that.
Kate, that's scalable. You'd be teaching what you already know, helping other kids build their own thing, and you could sell that course forever. That's passive income. That's leverage. I'm into it.
Yeah, because honestly, the best part of this whole thing isn't even the money. It's knowing I helped someone's office feel a little brighter, or watching a plant I grew from a tiny cutting become this big, healthy thing. Growth is magical, in plants and in business.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to put that on a t-shirt. Growth is magical. That's your tagline right there.
I might.
All right, moneymakers. This is the part you've been waiting for. We just heard an incredible story, right? But here's the thing. That story doesn't help you unless you can actually use it. So right now, my guest and I are going to brainstorm business ideas that you can start. We're talking specific, actionable, I could literally do this tomorrow type ideas. No fluff, no theory, just real businesses you can build. Grab a notebook, open your notes app, whatever. You're going to want to write these down because by the end of this section, you're going to have at least 3 business ideas you could start this weekend. Let's brainstorm. All right, folks, you know what time it is. It's brainstorm time. This is where Kate and I come up with business ideas based on today's big lesson, which is find a chore people don't want to do and would pay someone to do it for them. Kate proved this with plants. But what else could you apply this to? We came up with 5 ideas that you could literally start this weekend. Kate, let's hit 'em.
Okay, first one, trash can turnaround.
Classic, explain it.
Every week people have to roll their trash cans to the curb and back. It's annoying. Some people forget. Elderly neighbors, busy parents, people who travel a lot, they just don't want to deal with it. So you do it for them. $5 a week per house.
And here's the beautiful part. You could do an entire street in like 30 minutes. If you get 10 houses on your block, that's $50 a week, $200 a month. For rolling trash cans, that's literally $2,400 a year.
And it's recurring. They need it every week. You're not reselling them. They're already sold.
Exactly. Set it and forget it. All right, number 2.
Sparkle Squad window cleaning.
Okay, I'm into the name already.
So most people never clean their windows. Like, ever. They get dusty, streaky, covered in fingerprints. But nobody wants to get out the ladder and the spray bottle and do it themselves.
Facts. My mom's been saying she needs to clean our windows for like 2 years.
Exactly. So you offer a window cleaning service. You bring your own supplies. Squeegee, vinegar solution, microfiber cloths. Charge $20 to $30 per house depending on how many windows. You could do it once a month or seasonally.
And this works for businesses too. Coffee shops, salons, offices, they all have big windows that get gross. You could charge $50 to $75 for a storefront, and they'd gladly pay it because it makes their business look better.
Yep, and once you get good at it, you're fast. You could knock out 3 houses in a Saturday morning.
That's easily $60 to $90 for a few hours of work. Love it. Okay, number 3, and this one is polarizing.
Poop patrol.
There it is.
Look, I know it sounds gross. But people with dogs, they hate cleaning up the yard. Some people have like 3 dogs. The poop piles up, they avoid it. It smells. It's a whole thing.
It's a nightmare. And if you have a fenced yard and it's winter, forget it. Nobody's going out there.
So you offer a weekly poop scooping service. You come by, clean the whole yard, bag it up, done. Charge $10 to $15 per yard per week.
Okay, hear me out. This is genius because dog owners are loyal. If you do this well, they will keep you forever. And there are so many dogs. You could have 15 to 20 clients easy.
That's $150 to $300 a week, and it takes like 10 minutes per yard.
So yeah, it's gross, but it's also profitable. And honestly, once you get over the ick factor, it's just a chore. You wear gloves, you bring bags, you're in and out. Plus, you're outside getting fresh air, and dog owners will literally love you.
And you can upsell. Like, I'll also refill your dog's water bowl for an extra $2.
See? Now you're thinking. All right, number 4. This one's bigger.
Parking lot pros.
Explain.
So, apartment buildings, small businesses, churches, they all have parking lots. And parking lots get trashed. Fast food wrappers, bottles, leaves, random junk everywhere. Landlords and property managers hate dealing with it, but they need it done because it looks bad.
Right. Because if you're renting an apartment and the parking lot is covered in trash, you're like, does anybody care about this place?
Exactly. So you offer a weekly or bi-weekly cleanup service. You walk the lot, pick up trash, sweep up leaves and debris, maybe even blow out the gutters. Charge $40 to $75 per lot, depending on size.
And the key here is you're not going after individual people. You're going after property managers. One client could be 50 apartments. That's way more efficient than knocking on doors.
Yep. You send them a professional email or flyer, show them before and after photos if you have them, and offer a trial cleanup. Once they see how much better it looks, they'll sign up.
This could easily be a $200 to $300 per week business if you land just 4 to 5 properties. And you're building relationships with business owners and landlords, which is huge for future opportunities.
Plus, you could expand, offer power washing, line striping, snow removal in the winter.
Okay, now you're building an empire. Love it. All right, last one, number 5. And this one is seasonal, but powerful.
Holiday heroes?
Okay, go off.
So every year, people put up holiday decorations, Christmas lights, Halloween stuff, inflatables, whatever. And every year, they complain about it. It's a pain. You gotta find the lights, untangle them, climb on the roof, hope you don't fall off and die.
My dad literally dreads this every November.
Right. So you offer a setup and takedown service. You come out, hang the lights, set up the decorations, make it look amazing. Then, in January, you come back and take it all down, pack it up neatly, store it if they want.
Okay, this is money. People will pay big for this because it saves them so much hassle. You could charge $100 to $200 per house for setup, another $75 to $100 for takedown.
And if you get good at it, you can do multiple houses in a day. Plus, it's the holidays. People are in a good mood. They're spending money. They want their house to look festive, but they don't want to do the work.
And here's the move. You get them to pre-book the takedown when you do the setup. So you're already locked in for January. That's 2 payments from one client.
Exactly. And you can do this for businesses too. Retail stores, offices, restaurants, they all want holiday decor, but don't have time to do it themselves.
You could make $2,000 to $3,000 in November and December alone just doing this part-time. That's a serious seasonal business.
And the best part? It comes back every single year. Your clients will call you again next November because they already know you and trust you.
That's the repeat business magic right there. Okay, so let's recap. Here are 5 businesses you could start basically tomorrow. 1. Trash can turnaround. Roll trash cans for neighbors. $5 per house per week. 1. Sparkle Squad window cleaning. Clean windows for homes and businesses. $20 to $50 per job. 1. Poop patrol. Scoop dog poop from yards. $10 to $15 per yard per week. 1. Parking lot pros. Clean up parking lots for apartments and businesses. $40 to $75 per lot. 1. Holiday heroes. Set up and take down holiday decorations. $100 to $200 per house. Every single one of these is a chore people hate. Every single one is something people will gladly pay for. Kate figured this out with plants. You can figure it out with any of these. The formula is simple. Find something people complain about doing. Offer to do it for them. Charge a fair price. Show up on time and do good work. Boom. You're in business.
And the key is, you're solving a real problem. People aren't just giving you money because they're nice. They're giving you money because you're making their life easier.
Exactly. That's the whole game. All right, Kate, before we wrap, I gotta ask, what's the one piece of advice you'd give to a kid who wants to start a business but doesn't know where to start?
Honestly, look around. What do people complain about? What do they say they wish someone would do? That's your business idea. You don't have to invent something crazy. Just solve a problem people already have.
That's it. That's the whole game. Kate Kittle, you are a legend. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, Tallie.
All right, entrepreneurs, that's a wrap on episode 16. If you loved this episode, tell a friend, tell a teacher, tell a plant. And remember, if you nurture it, it'll grow. Plants, dreams, or businesses. I'm Tallie Pennyworth. Go build something cool.